Folks, welcome to Pasadena, California, and the beautiful Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. This is a setting so beautiful, so perfect, it almost looks like a movie set. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Bruins will kick this deep to start us off. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Tight end makes the grab. He's stopped him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback, and it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
An inside give now from the shotgun. The gain moves the ball to a 34.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
Longhorns begin a new series here, 1st and 10. And there's the handoff. Powering through. Able to pick up just a couple of yards. That's good run defense.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Quick completion to the tight end. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Quarterback keeps the football. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Longhorns will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up.
Well, the linebackers are really the quarterback of the defense on this play. Diagnosed that read quickly and executed it flawlessly. Just flew in and blew up the option play for a loss.
Looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the grab. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Well, it's a big risk to play man-to-man coverage by this defense, and this time they get caught. Great timing between the quarterback and his receiver. You can see what can happen when that timing is right. Big things can happen.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Finding space at the 20. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Caught near the goal line. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
You call a quick out on 3rd down. I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that 1st down.
The Longhorns will line up now. It's 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a job by this defense. They would simply not relent. Incredible effort.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. They'll try to run this one in. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, that is a textbook opening drive for this offense. Good job of blending the run with the pass. Had a little more success throwing the football, but when it became crunch time, they gave that ball to that running back, and he knows how to get the ball into the end zone.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Returner decides to fair catch this. Guys up front, lined up. It's 1st down. On the run, it's Adams. Breaking free at the 35. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory. Tackled at the 45.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
It's a 1st down here by this UCLA offense. Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver to be able to get those yards and keep the sticks moving. Good job also just feeling the defense's coverage and making a quick decision to get that ball out.
But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Here's the option play. Oh, and it's fumbled. The lateral goes wrong. Now the defense has got it going the other way.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Offense will keep it on the ground here. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40.
Boy, just a beautiful hole here opened up by this offensive line. And, Chris, the more I watch this Texas running back, the more I'm starting to really appreciate things like his vision and instincts as a ball carrier. You know he's got that combination of power and speed, But you start to watch him run this football, you can see why defensive coordinators around the country are very nervous when they have to go up against him.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, I love to see this quarterback sit in there and take the hit. But, man, he's got to do a better job of recognizing where to go with the ball.
It's caught on the left side for a huge gain. And he's finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Big play to set up a first and goal. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter.
It's now second and goal. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas 7, UCLA 0.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a second and goal. Trying to get to the end zone. They'll run it left. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line. Not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
The crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. He's got it near the end zone. And the defense makes a saving tackle at the 2-yard line. So instead of a chip shot attempt for a 2-score lead, they keep the offense on the field to go for it on 4th down. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Single back takes the handoff. Second down after that run on the previous play. Caught quickly. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
The Bruins with 1st and 10 here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Bringing pressure. Makes the catch downfield. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Defenses all around the country got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
And the Bruins look to keep this drive moving. And looking to throw now on first down. Oh, the sack is made there by the freshman.
That's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 22. To throw, it's Thomas. Running back has it on a screen now. They bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. The Bruins come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Running past the 45. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. Seventh play of the drive coming up. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looks to the left, pass caught. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
That completion makes it second and short. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. First and 10 now for the offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First down, looking to throw the football. And he's intercepted.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the Longhorns offense takes the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. Off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 2. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down, but it's a first down spotted near the 41. Longhorns will come to the line to crank up the tempo. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to chuck it again. Short throw complete to the tight end. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
Quick throw over the middle. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. It's a short return to make the tackle at the 25, but what a play for this defense.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
He'll hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Bruins. It was a foot race, and he won it.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
And the extra point was up and good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Return begins inside the 10. He steps out at the 22, and that's where the drive will begin. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down after a short gain there. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's going for a big play downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on first down now. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. On the run, going to heave it downfield. And the pass caught inside the 15. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Longhorns looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense. Just time enough for one more play in the half. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Longhorns looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The PAT is good. They go up a touchdown, 14-7. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the fair catch, signal for and take it. First half clock, just 7 seconds remaining for this first down play. Looking to pass, it's Thomas. He's running out of time here. And he's taken down behind the line. He's going to lose a yard or two. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. One more play before they head to the locker room. That's a design quarterback keeper. Fights off a defender. And they get him down what will be the final play of this first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Longhorns will kick this away to start the second half. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Turns on the speed. Can they catch him? Can they catch him? No! Touchdown!
Of all the skilled players on the field, I think this guy might be as gifted as anybody. What a great demonstration of instincts and just raw speed. Once he got into the open field, nobody was going to catch him.
Now the try here for the extra point. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Offense takes the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Come to the line for 2nd down and very short now. The back's got it. And he'll pick up the 1st down, stopped at the 27.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? They'll hand it off. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that is a 1st down gain. Moves the ball to the 40.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
The Longhorns pick up enough yardage for a 1st down. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Now they're running on the toss. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st.
Anytime you like to run the toss play successfully, that means you're going to have to win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there. They got a nice game.
Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. Ball handed off. Finds room at the 30. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
And now the handoff. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Gets made on the out route. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. Quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a designed run. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Brought down on the play at the 11-yard line. 2nd down.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Ball handed off. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Longhorns will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Touchdown, Texas. Take the lead in the second half. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, grinding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
Fielded near the end. It's a fumble. The returner loses the football deep in their own territory.
Another example of taking care of the football and how big of a deal this is. Usually it's running backs in practice that are working overtime on ball security. But after this, next week, this returner might be in those drills too. Can't be trusted to return it when you can't hold on to the football.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Snags the quick throw. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4. Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
How impressive have these guys been up front today? Big 3rd down, know what you need to do, get the 1st down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. Extra point try coming now. With the extra point, the lead is 14.
That makes the score.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
UCLA 14.
Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. He should have left the ball in the end zone. And the Bruins offense is back out on the field. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. He's looking deep here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Looking to pass. It's Thomas. Look at this. He'll go deep again. He's got it down the left sideline for a huge gain. Touchdown, UCLA. This quarterback on fire today.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And the point after gets him within a touchdown, 28-21. Kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. The returner is brought down. Makes a start to the next drive.
And the Texas offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Handoff to the back. Moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
They're going to run it. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. The Longhorns looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Fighting him off. Enough for a first down at the 37.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
The Longhorns come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Receiver makes the catch. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Gets past the tackler into open space now. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
21.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. One final play before the end of the quarter. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. The pass ball is incomplete. Took a deep shot on the final play of the third quarter. Final quarter coming up.
35, UCLA, 21.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Looking for some space. It's Adams. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. The Bruins looking to run some tempo here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Okay, ready?
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. They'll try the option play here. Pitch to the back. No, they stopped him short. The defense with a big fourth down play to protect this lead late in the game.
Well, down late in this football game by more than a possession, they obviously had to go for this. They just couldn't come up with the execution.
Here comes a handoff. Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed along with really dominant offensive line play.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. And he's got it. Touchdown, Longhorns. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away.
Texas 42, UCLA 21.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. UCLA offense is back out on the field. Remember last time, they went for it on a 4th down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Oh, and he's got it! Big gain inside the 25. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with a first and goal from the 8. To the air, it's Thomas. Running out of time in the pocket. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. Quarterback doesn't see anybody open. Kirk says, yeah, I'll just do this myself.
How about this? What a luxury. Anytime you can make something happen, even when all the receivers are covered, everything's taken away, you take it yourself. And good luck to the defense trying to stop that.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And they've got the recovery. The offense goes right back to work now.
Hey, you're down a couple scores. This is an outstanding call to try to get this football back. That's the first step in coming back. Now, let's try to steal a score here and see if you can do it all over again.
And the Bruins offense back out on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's a shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Looking for a gap. It's Adams. 7-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 3. And the Bruins will crank up the tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Receiver makes the grab. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down.
Hey, it's got to start somewhere. That's a nice conversion here on 3rd down. You got a long way to go, but maybe a little momentum here. Let's see what they can do coming off that nice play.
The pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. And the wideout goes in motion. They'll run the option. And he's got it already past the first down marker. And they bring him down, but a simple quarterback keeper for a solid gain and a fresh set of downs. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, this guy has been dominant all afternoon long, but that time the defense has got to be asking themselves, where has that been? They finally get to him behind the line.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive.
Get set, get set.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Their first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up, makes a big play.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Texas. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
Set to kick this one away.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Oh, and he's got some space here. Gets some blocks. Still going. It's a foot race. All the way for a touchdown. We knew this returner was a dangerous guy. That was an electrifying play all the way to the house.
Chris, it was great blocking, but the guy just looked so natural back there as far as once he got his hands on the ball, it was like he was setting up his blocks, knowing exactly where he wanted to go, and then once he hit it right around midfield, nobody was catching it.
It looks like the hands team were able to recover the football.
Chris, as you know, the chances are you're not going to recover these, but still, the hands team deserves a lot of credit for executing and coming up with the ball. You can't overstate the importance of a good special teams unit.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
And the Longhorns offense takes the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down.
I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. 3rd and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the first down.
Play action here on first down. Looking for the wide out. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Well, anytime you can have a balanced attack, it's always going to help an offense. And, you know, the previous play, they're running the football. That puts a lot of pressure on the eyes of the linebackers and safeties. They start to think about defending the run, and a great job with that play action call to get them out of position and be able to hit that for that conversion.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. It's going to be incomplete, trying to make something happen on the run, but nobody open.
The defense is electing to play double coverage on this receiver, and the quarterback still tries to squeeze the ball in there.
And here's the handoff. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. Field goal try, no good. He missed it. Off the miss, the lead is still 14, a 2-possession game.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And a pick 6, a monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. It's a squib kick picked up by one of the blockers. And after a very solid kick return, they'll tackle him at the 36. And the UCLA offense back out on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect him.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood this scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. It's a quick grab. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain in that play. Longhorns will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He's escaping the pocket now. One last shot incomplete, but they wrap up the victory. Well, really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side. Well, they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation